Hello YouTube. I acquired this PSP1000. I don't know why did I use that term, made it sound like I acquisitioned this from some illegal method, but no, I paid my own money for it fair and square. But I obtained this PSP from eBay a couple weeks ago, and I really grown to like it. But recently I just got myself a Steam Deck, and I'm not really sure if it's justified to keep both. So I put this on eBay for a slightly elevated price and see if anyone would buy it. Because deep down my heart as a minimalistic, I can't really justify owning two consoles at the same time. But just about I'm playing the PSP and waiting for my Steam Deck, I noticed that there are two extra bad pixels on the screen. Before there were one that shows up a screen on a black screen, and I decided to ignore it if it does not spread, but that doesn't seem like the case. And soon I find two more around this corner of the screen, and I was freaking out a little bit, so I ordered a screen on eBay and decided to replace it myself because, despite if I'm gonna keep it or not, I do not want me or the potential buyer to deal with the screen issue, especially that now I knowingly know that there's an issue. I can't just overlook it. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to deal with it, and hopefully not just botch this entire thing. I have tried to repair another PSP in the past, and that didn't go so well. I failed miserably because I was really rushing and I didn't have the proper tools. But this time I am equipped with more tools and more patience. I am going to take my time and hopefully not end up with my head on an exploding tortoise. So here we are. We got our console, we got our replacement screen, and a long Phillips tip. And there are a total of 6 screws to remove. 4 of them are in the battery bay, 2 of them on the other side of the console. And this part should be straightforward and anyone could do it as long as you got the right tools, which I do recommend. As you can see here, I got a magnetic screw pad which keeps my screw from walking loose. And after the 6 screws on the back panel, you just need to remove the one last one on the bottom. And you should be able to remove the faceplate and reveal all the beautiful stuff underneath. And here, you're witnessing engineering from 20 years ago, but somehow still looks very relevant. The next thing you want to do is to remove the select button bar beneath the screen. And this is a little tricky because they're held on by little metal tabs and they could be a little tight. But with the help of a plastic prying tool, I'm able to get mine off without much butt hurt. After you get the select button bar, you can start removing the screen. And this part is a little bit scary because you're messing with a brittle LCD display and you're trying to free them out of this big metal bracket. And it could be a little risky, and after you free them from the brackets, don't lift them up just yet because underneath is still connected. And I just realized I lost my right button, but we're gonna worry about that later. And here you see the 2 screens side to side. And be sure you reuse the black tape on your new replacement screen because that stops the circuits from shorting itself or interfering. And apparently that is pretty important. Before I put everything back together, I want to show you guys around what's underneath all this. And this is pretty neat design, if you ask me. It's obviously meant to be taken apart and repaired instead of just tossed away in a big pile of electronic waste. Kudos, Sony. Here we have our new screen on. Before I clip everything back into place, I want to see if it works. which I gotta say, in retrospect, I am super glad I did this because it doesn't work. No. Well, second times is always the charm. Let's try it again. And it turns on nicely. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you guys what exactly is going on, and it's actually a pretty silly issue. Yeah. One of the ribbon cables on the back of the screen wasn't inserted properly. As you can see, the small one on the right here, if you can see any copper beyond the white frame, it means that it's not fully inserted and the screen will not work. But after replacing that, everything seems to be working pretty well. And installing the screen is much easier than tearing it out of the frame. You just simply pop it in and it works. Before I do anything, I pack the old screen nicely, just in case I'll need it in the future. And here, I show you guys the correct orientation of the right shoulder button, just in case you get confused in the future. A little bit testing, make sure both of them clicks. It seems like everything is gonna be just fine. I replace my select button bar, but before I put everything back together, I employ some help with dust absorber to make sure that there are as little as dust and grime underneath the display. And now in retrospective, I would say I did a pretty good job in that. Here, a little screen testing in P-Tester revealed that this new display is actually pretty pristine. I cannot see a single dead pixel with my own eyes. Now, all we gotta do is to put all the screws back in and put another 20 years on this console from 2004 to 2022. And here you have it. It's done. You might already notice that there is a little light leak from the top, and that is due to the application of the gel-like substance around the screen. Is not perfect, but it does not bother me. The new screen seems to be more vibrant and even allows the PSP to run a little tad faster to my perception. Behold, private station play. Now just got another 4 or 5 years of life. Who knows? And just made up my mind. I ain't selling this no more. So sorry to aspiring buyers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you another day.